So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
And as you can see, we've already started here.
And looking down the list of names, it does look, Jim, as though it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Well, it could be a disguise, Peter, for something else. And that five at the back can easily produce wing-backs. If that's the case, I think, you know, it might end up a three at times. Admittedly, though, if they do play deeper and in line with the centre-backs, then we can take it that they don't really want to give much away. That'll be foremost in their minds. But essentially, it depends on the two wide players in that defence. If they push on...
It's a mighty effort! Superb goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, good-looking ball. Knocks it out wide.
Played in deep.
Romero. Eric Garcia. Now he's got space here. Zubimendi. Little pass back. Spread out to the left. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And it's Robertson.
First quarter of an hour gone.
Dunk is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. It's a threatening ball. Short changes him with that pass. Zubimendi tries to pass it through.
Chance! He scored! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Eric Garcia. Now Romero. Zubimendi. That's a cute ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Romero. Now Zubimendi. Probing pass. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Eric Garcia. And it's Zubimendi. Ambitious ball here.
Lewandowski showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Dunk. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Darren Fletcher.
It's a good spell of possession, this.
Haaland! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Oh, played through for the wide man. Lewandowski picks it up out wide. Played in by Robertson. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. That's been cut out, well played. Romero. Dunk. Eric Garcia. Beckham. Beckenbauer. And it's Beckham. And it's Griezmann.
There will be 1 minute
Played for Rijkaard. Mbappe is onto this. Darren Fletcher. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So we're into the second 45. Beckham. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Cannavaro. It's a pretty loose pass. It's a searching pass. Great ball if he can get there. It's Lewandowski! Nice looking ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Robertson. And it's Zubimendi. Lewandowski. Now then, the ball's come loose. Zubimendi. Dunk. Now Romero. Lewandowski looking to run onto it. And smartly reclaimed. Robertson. Dunk. Romero. Dunk. Darren Fletcher. And that's been drilled in. Beckham. Played into space. That's beautifully weighted. It's a promising position. Now the ball in.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Not the most accurate pass. Marquinhos. Beckenbauer. Looking for a runner. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Nicely shaped ball.
Haaland really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Lewandowski. Haaland touches it back. Picked out brilliantly. Lewandowski gets flagged offside. Darren Fletcher. Searching pass he's played there. Lewandowski is in a really good position out wide. And it's Robertson. Ball is over the line. And that's another throw. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
And somehow it stayed out. Just about up to 75 minutes. Dunk. Darren Fletcher. Zubimendi. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And back to the keeper they go. Robertson. And it's Fletcher. Robertson. Now it's Fletcher. He's shifting through the gears here. And that is a little undercooked. Now Zubimendi. Beckenbauer did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Darren Fletcher played out to the left flank. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would...
Terrific header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And it's Zubimendi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That has been knocked clear.
Substitution in progress.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And here's Yildiz. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Kukçu thinks one through. Beckham. And that's that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello, everybody,
Gorgeous,
and welcome
gorgeous
to
evening. The
today's
skies are
match.
clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And as you can see, we've already started here. He's onside.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Oh, that's a key interception. It's a searching pass. Oh, that's clever. And he welcomes it in. Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, versatility and work rate have always been the strengths of Darren Fletcher, but he's done all of that in the face down the years of some doubters, Jim.
Yeah, he was criticised when playing in more offensive roles for giving the ball away a little too often and poor positional sense, Peter, but it became pretty apparent he was better suited to a deeper role, a holding midfielder, a box-to-box player.
Yes, and he gets a lot of praise from the people who matter. That's to say his teammates. Looking for options for movement. Zubimendi. Played into space. Marquinhos cuts out the pass. Pretty cagey early on from both sides.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Now, can they get him away? Marquinhos eases the ball away from him. And he skips past his man. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Haaland. Searching pass he's played there. Beckenbauer. Beckham. Rijkaard. Marquinhos. And it's Beckham. That's a cute ball. Chips it through. And it's hoisted clear. And here's Openda. Ball comes in. Goes for a shot! Haaland finds himself offside. Openda. Now it's Haaland. Beckenbauer. No luck with that dink over the top. And that's put paid to a promising move. Dunk is always looking to break lines. Eric Garcia. Now Romero. Zubimendi. Now he's got space here. Marquinhos makes the interception. Beckham. Nicely shaped ball. That is a great pick out. Cleared without hesitation. And it's Beckham. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Palmer. Chance for Beckenbauer. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Romero. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Openda in acres of space out wide. Beckham. Nice looking ball.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Romero. Dunk. Now Romero. Dunk. He's through. Van Nistelrooy! And he's heaved it away. Zubimendi. That's an imaginative pass. Openda receives it in a good position here. Beckham. Looking for a runner.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And the shot! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Great chance! What a wonderful goal!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I'd like to draw your attention to the
On the
screen
face
right
of it,
now for
it looks a
information
fair
on our
reflection
shuttle
of what
bus
we've all
service.
seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Chelsea are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for.
Substitution on the field, number 36, Zubimendi. Coming on the field is...
And the second
number
half gets
2,
underway.
Ruben Neves.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Tries a measured ball. Haaland! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
And once more he proves rigid and robust. Ruben Neves, Robertson, and here's Haaland. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Beckham. Palmer. Tries to pass it through. Eric Garcia. Rijkaard. Eric Garcia. Now who's going to be first to this? Can he get on the end of this? And he's managed to get free. Now the delivery. Beckham. Ambitious ball here. Oh, Red, nice interception. Chelsea are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Openda is in a really good position out wide. Eric Garcia. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Haaland! And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Beckenbauer. And it's Palmer. And he was quick to react. Pinches it off him. Tries to play it through. Oh, good take in a good area. He's having a shot! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Substitution
There is some
on the
activity
field.
down on the touchline.
Number
It
10,
seems there's going to be a change.
Belgium.
Two fresh
Number
faces
20,
and both in the front line.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump
Coming on
card.
the field,
That'll inject a lot of
number
energy up front.
11, Mbappe. Number
Probing
7,
pass. And he's
Robert
intervened well
Lewandowski.
there. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Dixon.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Dunk, spots it and intercepts. Eric Garcia. Ambitious ball here. Good ball, good take. Decent chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Chelsea have their second corner now. And he's taking no chances there. Beckham. Palmer is onto this. Ruben Neves, the man with the tools to make a difference here. Looking for a runner. That's good vision. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Cleared without complication. No, again there's no way through. Ruben Neves, and it's lofted through here. That has been cut short. So what can they make of this? Dink through. Mbappe.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Nicely shaped ball. Chelsea leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pass is just off target.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
It's a searching pass. Very much into the last knockings. Darren Fletcher. Some really good ball movement. It's Lewandowski! And that is doing no harm at all.
Substitution on the field. Number 24.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Has been
Threads
indicated.
one in, and that pass just didn't quite work. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Rijkaard. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Rijkaard. Voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
And we'd like to inform you now that the latest
Well, after all of that, Jim,
information is
what are you
currently
thinking?
being displayed
And there's a
on the
lot
screen.
more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A
everybody,
clear
and
night,
welcome
all
to
the
today's
ingredients for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, we're underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect all-round striker. Not least because he can finish equally well with both feet, Peter. It's not all about his finishing, though. He's always on the shoulder, looking for that ball in behind, and that prevents the opposition defence from getting too high or, indeed, getting too comfortable.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. And he gets rid in a hurry. Looking for a corner. Chelsea with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Beckham goes short. Hangs in a cross. And he knocks it clear. He's having a go! And that is wildly off target.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Eric Garcia. Darren Fletcher. And it's Robertson. And it's DiMarco. Mbappe. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Done delicately. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Aimed beyond the defence. It's Lewandowski! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Beckham. Beckham looking to penetrate opposition lines. Mbappe! That has not gone well. Chelsea are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Robertson. That's a throw. Robertson. And he lines up a cross. Cannavaro tries to clear. And it's Zubimendi. Looking to go deep. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Rijkaard. Fletcher. Zubimendi. DiMarco. In towards the backs. Up he goes! No, couldn't quite control it.
Oh, what a great leap. He had no right to get to that.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Looking for the run. Pass is just off target. Oh, there's the clearance. Played it early. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. DiMarco. Zubimendi. And it's Zubimendi. That's a cute ball. Neatly clipped into space. And he's had a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Zubimendi. Now it's Haaland. That's a good ball. Beckham stood up well to him there. Goes for a shot! He scored! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
DiMarco has given away a free kick. Oh, the ball's come loose here. And it's Kukçu. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Rijkaard gets it away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And they win it back again. Now that's well seen too.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Tries to pass it through. They've got a corner here. Rijkaard. It's their second corner of the game. Punched away. And the finish! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
DiMarco clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Threads one in. Oh, good take in a good area. Gets his head on it! They've scored! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unearned.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And he's shot! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 36.
And so we're off again.
Number 20. Erling Haaland.
Now it's
Coming on the
Mbappe.
field.
Can he
Number
get it
2,
through?
Ruben Neves.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Number 14,
They're urging him to shoot.
Ypres.
Romero is there, and he can get that clear. Oh, smashing header! Wriggles his way through. Cross in, looks like a good one. And it's claimed by the keeper. Looking for a runner. Floated through. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Eric Garcia to Darren Fletcher. A probing pass. They get a throw in. Rijkaard. What a throw in. Beckham. No way through. And it's Robertson. And here's Lewandowski. It's loose now and they want to get it back. DiMarco. In by DiMarco.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Rijkaard gets it clear.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Great vision. Pass somewhat off target. Rijkaard. Played into space. He has a look up, and the shot! He's scored! Into the lead once more! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
It's a searching pass. Eric Garcia. Rijkaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Beckham. Nice looking ball. Oh, delightful ball. But he's well positioned here. Oh, well played. Kept cool and dealt with it. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. DiMarco. Kukçu concedes a free kick for that. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
On the field, number 22, DiMarco. Coming on the field is number 9, Yildiz.
So there's going to be another change here. Lewandowski being applauded off here, having made a sizable contribution.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
Half an hour gone in the second half.
He's a sharp little ball here. Nicely shaped cross. Tries to get it clear.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Nuno Mendes. Yildiz.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Nuno Mendes. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's been played through.
It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Shoots! He's got a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Substitution on the field.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Nicely shaped ball. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. And it's Mendes.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about.
He rises!
Added minutes has been indicated.
Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Can he get on the end of this? And that pass just didn't quite work.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Nuno Mendes.
And there goes the final whistle.
A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square.
Van Nistelrooy claiming the Man of the Match award,
and there is very little room for argument.
Areas within these grounds.
Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.